Welcome back. In this video, we are going to clear that big, juicy, unconscious block that you uncovered in the previous video. So let's get into it. So the question you want to ask once you uncover what that fear is, what that thing is that your unconscious has been trying to keep you safe from, the next very important question to ask is, okay, so what's the perceived benefit in me staying stuck at six figures? How is being stuck at six figures serving me, given what I just uncovered? And that should be reasonably obvious to you by now, because if, for example, for you it was, oh, I don't want the extra responsibility that comes with a bigger business, then the perceived benefit of keeping you stuck at the 5-figure income level is that you don't have to deal with that stuff. You don't have to deal with the added responsibility of maybe then being responsible for somebody else's livelihood as well as your own. So it's keeping you from that fear. It's keeping you safe from potentially being held responsible for what's going on for somebody else. See how that works? So given what you now know, you need to ask yourself, what is the perceived benefit in staying stuck at 5 figures? And I'm going to give you 3 more questions. So what I'd like you to do is you can pause the video now for a moment and just journal on that first question. What's the perceived benefit? Just jot down anything that comes up. And when you're finished, restart the video and I'll give you 3 more specific questions to go on with from there. Okay, welcome back. Did you do the journaling? Good. Okay, so the first question that you want to then follow up with from there is, okay, how exactly is this pattern trying to keep me safe? So how exactly is this pattern trying to keep me safe? So this is really just digging a little deeper from whatever came up initially when we said, well, how is this serving me? What's the perceived benefit? So exactly how is this pattern trying to keep me safe? Pause the video and journal on that for a moment and then come back. Right, the next question is, in what ways is it actually not keeping me safe when I look at the bigger picture? So in what ways is this pattern, this problem, this being stuck at 5 figures, how's it actually not keeping me safe in the bigger picture? So pause the video and really journal on that one. This is a very critical piece of the puzzle. Welcome back again. How did you go? Good. Okay, so the last question in this series of 3 questions for you is, how can I get the same perceived benefit and make 6 figures consistently? How can I get the same perceived benefit and make 6 figures consistently? So I'd like you to again pause the video. This is important because you want to unearth and allow that stuff to bubble up that comes immediately in response to the question. It's important because it's your unconscious mind starting to feed you the answers. So do pause the video for a moment, jot down anything that comes up, and then I'll talk about it just a little bit more. Right, so you've jotted down the first things that come up. Now, one very important thing about this question, if you find that you're drawing a bit of a blank right now, that's perfectly okay. It doesn't mean that it's not working for you. It just means that it's doing exactly what it's meant to be doing, which is it's getting your unconscious on the job to go searching for the answers. So if you didn't get anything immediately, it just means that your unconscious has hung the sign on the door that says back in a minute, because it's gone off to run those errands that you just asked it to run. Your unconscious loves, loves, loves questions, and its job is to find you the answers. So the key to working with your unconscious mind is really how to learn to ask really resourceful questions, because your unconscious is kind of like a cosmic Google, but without the ads and the retargeting. And so when you ask it a question, it goes searching for the answers, and it will not rest until it comes up with a few for you, as many as possible, in fact. That's why, you know, you can't sometimes think of the answer or of somebody who played in a movie, and you're trying, and then you let it go, and you're in the shower the next day and it pops into your head, because your unconscious that whole time has been searching for the answer. Now, the problem is that most people use this against themselves. They use it in a way that doesn't serve them. What they do is they ask unresourceful questions. They ask questions that actually dig them deeper into the hole. They ask questions like, oh, what did I do to deserve this? Or why is this happening again? Or why does this keep happening to me? And of course, your unconscious doesn't judge. It just goes searching for the answer to that question. So if you ask it, why does this keep happening to me? You'll get lots of answers. And it may sound like, oh, that's because you went to the wrong school, or you don't know the right people, or you haven't got a degree, or you still don't know enough, or because you were horrible in a past life, or whatever it is. It'll give you possible answers to that question. And, it's up to you to ask the right question. So how can you get the same perceived benefit on six figures is a very powerful question to ask. And once you get to answer that and you start getting some answers to that question, then your unconscious starts looking for ways to make that possible. Because as soon as your unconscious mind can see that you can get the same perceived benefit, that you can get the same what's in it for you and make six figures, and in fact that this serves you even more because there were some things about being stuck on 5 figures that truly weren't serving you. As soon as it sees that it can make life even better for you, keep you even more safe, and help you be more abundant, it will be on the job. It will make that its new mission. And that's powerful. So you have just started to release that big block to you making 6 figures on a consistent basis. And I don't mean to be a party pooper, but I just want to throw in a word of caution here, because this is not a one block thing. It's not okay, we've done it now, we've released it, good, let's keep going. If it was that easy, you would have been making 6 figures a long time ago, and you'd be moving on to 7 figures and beyond by now. It's not a one block thing, because 6 figures is a really interesting place. It is a threshold to a whole new version of you because of all the things that you're making it mean, that we as a society, as a collective, make it mean. So in the next video, we're going to talk very importantly about how to align with that 6-figure vibration permanently. Because if you only just do this once and forget about it, it won't get you very far, because there are many layers to this. So I'll see you in the next video so we can talk about what it takes for you to actually align with that 6-figure vibration on a permanent basis, so you can smash through that 6-figure income ceiling and stay on the other side of it. I'll see you in the next video.